Hello guys, welcome to Average Student. Today we're going to learn how to add polynomials. So here's our example and we're going to learn how to add these up. So step one is to simplify the equation, which means write it without these brackets. Now make sure when you're writing them without the brackets, you want to make sure that you distribute this positive sign properly. You got to apply this to all the terms in the bracket. Now, so let's write this down. There's technically a positive sign in front of this, but positive times negative is just negative, and positive times positive is just positive, so it'll be the same. So it's going to be negative 4x squared plus 8x. And same thing's going to happen here, but I just wanted to point this out just so when it's negative, you guys know what to do, right? So imagine if this was negative, then it would be negative times negative, so we would get positive 4x cubed. But since this is positive, it's not going to change. It's going to stay the same as it is in the bracket, because positive times negative is just negative. So we're going to write negative 4x cubed. Positive times positive is just positive, so it's going to be plus 5x squared. And then positive times negative is just negative, so it's going to be negative 8x. So after you write the equation down without any brackets, second step is to group the like terms. So what I mean by group the like terms is you want to group the terms with x cubed all together, and you want to group the terms that have x squared. You want to group them together, and you want to group the terms with only x together. So to help you better understand, let me just underline the like terms. So we have one term with x cubed. We don't have any other terms that have x cubed. So this is the only one. Now let's go down and group x squared terms. So we have negative 4x squared and we have positive 5x squared. These two are x squared. And for x terms, we have 2x terms, right? 8x and negative 8x. Now what you want to do is write them together. So first, let's write down all the x cubed terms. So we only have one, which will be negative 4x cubed. And now let's move down to x squared terms. So we have two of those, so it's going to be negative 4x squared and positive 5x squared. Next is the x terms. So we have 8x minus 8x, right? So here are all the terms that we wrote down. And now our last step is to add the like terms together. So since we only have one x cubed, it's going to stay the same, negative 4x cubed. However, we have two x squared terms, so let's just ignore x squared and just treat them as like negative 4 plus 5, right? So what's negative 4 plus 5? It's 1. So we're going to write down 1x squared. Now let's move down to x terms. So we have two of them. And let's just ignore the x at the back and just look at positive 8 and negative 8. So what's positive 8 minus 8? Which is 0. So we're going to have 0x, which just equals to 0. So our final answer will be negative 4x cubed plus 1x squared. And it is as simple as that. However, let's do another example so you guys better understand the process. So here's our example 2. We have two polynomials. Here is one. This is the second one. First one is negative 3x to the power of 4 minus 5x squared minus 7x. And our second polynomial is 4x to the power of 4 plus 8x cubed plus 2x squared. Our first step, as I said before, is just to simplify it, which means write it without the brackets. So let's do that. So as you guys know, there's a positive sign in front of this, right? So the terms in the first bracket will stay the same. And now we write the second polynomial without the brackets. For this example, it's going to be easy because it's just positive sign, but you want to be careful when it's negative because all the terms inside the brackets will change. But in this case, since it's positive, it's going to stay the same. Now the second step is to group the like terms. So let me just underline all the like terms with the same color. So let's start with the highest power, which is power to the power of 4. So we have one term with x to the power of 4, and we have another term that has x to the power of 4, Now let's move down to x to the power of 3. So we have only one term with x to the power of 3, which is 8x cubed. And for x squared, we have two terms, negative 5x squared and positive 2x squared. And we have one term with only x, which is negative 7. Now we will write all the like terms together. Let me just underline all the like terms so you guys can understand it better. And now we add all the like terms. So just ignore x to the power of 4 and just look at negative 3 and 4. So what is negative 3 plus 4? It's 1. So we're going to write down 1x to the power of 4. And we only have one term for x cubed, so it's going to stay the same. For x squared, we have two terms. So it's negative 5 plus 2. What is negative 5 plus 2? So it is negative 3x squared. And only one term for x, so that will also stay the same. And that's it. This is our final answer, which is 1x to the power of 4 plus 8x cubed minus 3x squared minus 7x. So yeah, whenever you're given a polynomial, make sure you write them without brackets and group the like terms. After that, it is super easy. I hope I helped you guys with this video. And if you want to see more videos on the related topic, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching and best of luck on your exams.